Like I said before, this year's winter season is a very special one, because not only is it the first season of the year, but also the first season of the decade, and I really enjoyed a lot of the anime that came out this winter. But I want to talk about three anime that really caught my eye. Smile Down the Runway, The Case Files of Joel and Richard, and A3 Season Spring and Summer. The first thing that attracted me to these shows was of course the amazing visuals. Watching them gave me the same vibes Violet Evergarden and Carol and Tuesday did. The animation of these anime are truly amazing. Once I watched the first episodes of their respective anime, I instantly fell in love with them. But it wasn't just the animation that was good, the stories also captivated me. They were unique and different from what I normally watched. Another thing that got to me was how each of the main characters in these shows aspired to be something or have some sort of dream. In Smile Down the Runway, we were introduced to Chiruki Fujito, who always dreamed of becoming a professional model at her father's agency, and for one day to be part of the Paris Fashion Week. But to become a model, she would need to be 175 centimeters tall, whereas she's just 158. Now, due to her height, she has been rejected time and time again, but she never gave up. Soon after, she met Ikuto Tsumura, who dreamed of becoming a professional designer. But being one of the nicest souls alive, he put most of his time into supporting his mother, who was in the hospital, and his younger sisters. And to do so, he decided to forsake his dreams and to look for a job after graduating. But after seeing his talent, Chuki asked him to make her a dress to wear for another audition at her father's company. Now, thanks to that, Chuki proved to them that even she could become a model and finally got to work for her father's agency. And with that, both hers and Ikuto's doors were open to the world of fashion. Now, seeing the story of these two people who worked so hard to make their dreams come true is very inspiring and also very relatable. Because everybody in this world has a dream of some sort and they try their hardest in order to achieve it. And with that in mind, this takes me to A3 Season Spring and Summer. This anime in particular didn't get much recognition and it isn't well known by most otaku folk out there. So far, only 3 episodes came out and now it's on pause due to the outbreak of the coronavirus. But it will be back in action soon enough. This anime, just like Smile Down the Runway, has the dream achieving sort of plot. It focuses on 5 wannabe actors, a director, and the manager who desperately try to save their theater from being torn down. Now, even though these actors don't have any acting experience, they still embark on this journey and try their hardest in order to actually become actors. As someone who once aspired to become an actor myself, I can really relate to this show. Even with people telling them that what they're doing will never work, they never gave up. And I absolutely love that. Besides the wonderful plot and the animation, I also love the characters. Each of them has their own charm and personality that makes the show even more enjoyable, and there's no way you won't like them. Not to mention their design that makes the anime look even more dazzling than it already is. Speaking of dazzling characters, the case files of Joel and Richard really brings a few sparkles to this season. Literally. You might not be interested in jewelry, but this show has more than just some fancy stones. How about a fancy foreigner? Now Richard is the proud owner of Etranger, a jewel shop. He works alongside Seigi, who has a real passion for jewels. Now Richard is quite the interesting guy. Very well-mannered, attractive, and very smart. To most people, he would be the ideal man. And they would be right. With each episode, the show focuses on a customer who comes to buy, sell, or appraise a certain jewel. And each of those jewels has a story behind it. Each of the episodes were so captivating to the point that I didn't realize when an episode was about to end. This show doesn't follow the dream-achieving storyline that the previous 2 anime had, but it comes with a dash of mystery as you sit and watch Richard and Seigi figure out each of the customers' troubles and how their jewels are at the center of it all. Now personally, I truly enjoy these anime, and if you haven't watched them yet, I suggest you give them a try. Who knows, you might come to enjoy them too.